Hey, welcome back into Occupy Democrats. And to say that Donald Trump in this breaking story is an imperialistic-minded wannabe dictator piece of doggy poop is kind of like calling the Pope Catholic. And if you'd like to see that mango muppet out of the White House, just subscribe to the channel. But in this breaking story, it's one thing to go from the malevolent Maduro and try to justify with a certain degree of lies why you went into Venezuela. However, in this breaking story, it's a whole other Oprah, as I like to say, to be doing it to a benevolent country. Let's be reminded what Donald Trump initially did and said just prior to the start of this term of his presidency. Here.
The once and future president has been flogging his own brand of MAGA-fest destiny, a plan that's more imperialist wish list than coalition-building ally. It includes taking back the Panama Canal, making Canada the 51st state, renaming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, and taking over Greenland. Classic Trump to make such wild, outlandish assertions. But the president-elect took things up a notch at a press conference last week when he said that he would not rule out using military force to seize the Panama Canal or Greenland.
Yes, and now listen to what he initially said about Greenland some months ago. Here.
We need Greenland for national security. Not for minerals. We have so many sites for minerals and oil and everything. We have more oil than any other country in the world.
Did you get that? Did you get the part at the end where he said, we have more oil than anyone? Oh, no, you don't, Donald. You know who has the most oil? Venezuela, which is why Bernie Sanders probably just said this about your imperialistic move.
Donald Trump has once again shown his contempt for the Constitution and the rule of law. The President of the United States does not have the right to unilaterally take this country into war, even against a corrupt and brutal dictator like Maduro. Congress must immediately pass a war powers resolution to end this illegal military operation and reassert its constitutional responsibilities.
But yet Donald wants to then say this about Greenland here.
People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right, but if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world. I'm talking about protecting the free world. You look outside, you have China ships all over the place. You have Russian ships all over the place. We're not letting that happen. And if Denmark wants to get to a conclusion, but nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States.
So in this breaking story, Denmark doesn't have any legal right? Donald Trump is suddenly scared of Putin? No, he's his bestest friend. So it's all BS, it's all shadows and mirrors, it's all lies. And this, God bless him, is exactly the response you got from Greenland right here to the Katie Miller flag BS.
The image is disrespectful. Greenland leader pounces on picture by Stephen Miller's wife. The premier of Greenland is speaking out strongly after an insane and disrespectful social media post from Stephen Miller's wife. Katie Miller, wife of White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Stephen Miller, caught some flack on Saturday after making what some described as an insane one-word comment about the nation of Greenland. Miller's post was a simple yet heavily labeled map of Greenland, but the entire allied nation was colored in with the red, white, and blue consistent with the U.S. flag. She included a single word in the caption. Soon, she wrote. But the leader of Greenland didn't take too kindly to that, issuing a statement on Sunday insisting that Miller's post still changes nothing. Let me state this calmly and clearly from the outset. There is neither reason for panic nor for concern. The image shared by Katie Miller depicting Greenland wrapped in an American flag changes nothing whatsoever, Premier of Greenland Jens Fredrik Nielsen wrote this weekend. Our country is not for sale and our future is not decided by social media posts. That said, the image is disrespectful. Relations between nations and peoples are built on mutual respect and international law, not on symbolic gestures that disregard our status and our rights. The premier added, "We are a democratic society with self-government, free elections, and strong institutions. Our position is firmly grounded in international law and in internationally recognized agreements. This is not in question. Naalakkersuisut, Government of Greenland, continues its work calmly and responsibly. We engage in dialogue, safeguard our interests, and uphold the international rules that also bind our partners. There is no reason for panic, but there is every reason to speak out against a lack of respect."
Now, it's interesting that he said that to Katie Miller's post putting an American flag on the country of Greenland. But the irony in that, of course, is he's really saying it back to Donald Trump and the United States. And this is going to be something that Europe and NATO has to contend with. However, as much as Donald Trump wants to be the strongman and wants to be imperialistic and act like, he's going to take over the Hungarian Empire again or some crap, the reality is Greenland, whole different conversation than Venezuela on a global scale. Trust me on the sunscreen. You guys like and share the video. Woo! Stay frosty.